Hello my lovelies, hello my darlings. So I'm going to do a bit more cooking again. Why not, eh? Got to eat. Trying out a different camera angle. I think we should use that tofu up, eh? I've used some of it already. I had some scrambled tofu with mushroom last night actually. It's quite tasty. I used about a third of it, got about 2/3 left in there. So that'll do a nice meal. I think it's going to be a simple one today or this evening. Definitely going to have some tofu. So yeah, can you see me all right? Can you hear me? That's what I'd like to know. I should put my mics on really, shouldn't I? Yep, just cubed. Almost forgot. Chef's little helper. Ah, lovely jubbly. Right then. Still got noodles, but probably do some rice this time, seeing as I did noodles for the last cooking show, and that was the last video. So I'll have tofu and rice, so that's different already. I've got some butter beans and some refried beans and some baked beans. But I've only got chickpeas and some more baked beans. No tomato sauce. I have got a bit of tomato ketchup. Well, not a lot. Maybe I'll add a bit of water to this. I'll give it a good shake up. It's a good view, can you see? Can you see up there? We'll find out, won't we? Find out if you can hear me too. Right, I'm just going to add that. That gets rid of that. Throw that in there out of the way for now. The light keeps changing when I look at the camera. Anyway, yeah, you can't really see that because of the sun coming through there, can you? Okay. Might not be the best camera angle. It took me ages to get this set up. Anyway, maybe I'll add a bit of tomato puree. Make it more tomatoey. That'll do. I'm going to use the tenderstem broccoli again because it needs using up. And the last of the shrooms. I'm going to chop them this time. Just into quarters. Just chuck them in. That'll do. Yeah, I'm just going to chop this up. So I've got the heads and the stalk there, just cut into little pieces. I'll just chuck that in too. I think I'm going to chuck a bit of garlic in there though. Garlic press. That'll do. Hopefully you saw that alright. I'll just give it a little stir up, mix it in a little bit. I'm going to chuck a lid on it and let it simmer for a little while. Got to see just how bald I'm going now, having the camera up there, haven't I? See if I've got a bald spot on the back of my head as well. Right, yeah, just going to let that boil up a little bit and then turn it right down. Might add a bit of smoked paprika. Actually, it doesn't need to be smoked, does it? Because I've got smoked tofu. What we got? Hot paprika. That'll do. But I've got some dark soy, so I'll definitely be adding some of that. Give it a little shake up. Whack it right down because I don't want the broccoli overcooked. Might as well chuck some of this in now. Oh. Quite a lot. About a third. Right, let's change this camera angle, shall we? That's better. I'm going to open the door now. It's getting a bit hot. Well, there you go. I mean, it's a bit similar to the last meal I cooked. But when I have stuff, if I use half the broccoli, I want to use the other half. And I haven't really got a great deal of stuff to use. At the moment, I guess I need to go to the shops and get a few more odds and sods. I get the saucepan out for the rice. And what? Half a cup, I think. Half a cup of rice. 1 cup of water. Should be enough for me. Half a cup of rice and then a cup of water. And two. There we go. Just a little bit extra. That way, when it's almost cooked, I will turn it off and take it off the heat and let it just soak up the last little bit so it doesn't stick to the pan too much. A little bit of salt. Now I'm going to use Himalayan black salt because it's the only salt I've got. It does smell a bit like eggs. What we use, or us vegans use, in scrambled tofu, make it taste eggy. But if you put it in too soon, it loses its flavour. So I'm just going to put a little bit, like a pinch in, because it smells so eggy. I don't really want it on my fingers. So it's the only salt I've got, and also I do like to put a bit of salt with the rice, even though the soy sauce is probably quite salty, so I might not have needed to put it in. But the Himalayan black salt has quite a lot of minerals in and stuff like that, so it's quite a good salt to use. Anyway, minerals and salts. Right, how are we getting on then? It's just simmering away nicely. Had to give it a bit of a stir up, I think. Yeah, that tastes good. I'll test a bit of broccoli. Al dente. Right, so I'm going to take that off the heat and pop the rice on. Right, yeah, so I pop the rice on, bring it to the boil, turn it right down low, and leave it for 5-10 minutes. Have a little check, probably about 8 minutes I reckon, and then I'll have a check. And as soon as the water's almost been soaked up by the rice, I'll turn it off and take it off the heat, and then I'll probably pop the tofu and sauce back on just to warm it through again. But it might not need it because it's got the nice thick copper bottom on. Happy days. I'll probably do some proper cooking, like a recipe, something people know rather than just chuck stuff together. But most of the time I just have a little look in the fridge. I think, well, I've got this, that and the other, and I just try and make a meal out of it. I think they do that on cooking shows, don't they? They give people certain ingredients and you've got to make a meal out of it. I probably expect most people do that when they get to the, the last days before shopping day, and they're like, oh, what should we have for dinner? Let's make something up. Maybe, maybe not, don't know. Anyway, yeah, I do it quite a lot. Very rarely follow recipes, and even if I do follow a recipe, I usually just use it as a guide and make it up as I go along, substitutes, etc. Because being vegan, quite a lot of the time you have to substitute something. Well, not always, but I guess in this case I've substituted tofu for chicken, maybe, or yeah, who knows. Not sure you're going to call this a Chinese style dish. We've chucked soy sauce in it. And soy sauce, I use soy sauce. I usually think I put a little bit in my stag boil now and again. Just gives it a little bit of something. It's probably the salt in it, to be fair. Anyway, my last video I spent editing today, and managed to get that edited. Yes, I edited it all today. Did I? Yeah, I did. I edited it all today, and got it uploaded onto YouTube and scheduled for a week tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 5th of July. Is that right? Or in August? Are we in August already? I think we might be, Well, blow me down with a feather. It's the 4th of August today. Be Christmas soon. Yeah, so tomorrow's the 5th, Wednesday the 5th of August. You will have hopefully already seen that video. Then he'll probably be moaning that I've put another cooking one up. But tough poopy. Because like I said, I'm hanging around in Kent. Not got a lot of content. A lot of stuff to do for content. Because I'm waiting for I've got blood tests tomorrow. I'm waiting to finish off all these doctor's appointments and bits and bobs. I have told my mum that I've got a couple of doctor's appointments. That's why I'm still in Kent, because she asked where I was. See, has she replied to me? Let's have a look, shall we? Yes, she has. What's my mother got to say for herself? So, doctor's appointments. Nothing too serious, I trust. Whoa, why? Not too bad. Managed to catch it in time. Luckily I was looking this way. That way. So yes, nothing too serious, I trust. Sorry, Mother. Personally, I don't think it's too serious. But the doctors seem to think it was. And my daughters seem to think it was. Get to hospital. Honestly, I am fine. But it just goes to show, like, I wouldn't have known if I didn't have superficial ones on the outside of my legs and was worried that they'd gone up a bit higher into my thigh, towards my groin area, and then possibly could get into my deep veins. It can cause a problem. But I wasn't worried. If it went up any higher than halfway up my thigh, then I would have gone like, okay, could be a problem. But yeah, okay, well, Mum, not too serious, no. What do I say to my mother? She'll be watching this. I don't want to worry her. Say, oh, I don't think it's too serious. Don't think it's anything serious. But then if I say I don't think it's anything too serious, then there's a question there, isn't it? Oh, so it might be serious. So I probably shouldn't have said. Say, oh, just routine. Because they are routine, aren't they? If I just say, oh no, just routine. Nothing to worry about. That would work, wouldn't it? Just routine. Because if someone's got a blood clot, then these are routine appointments for someone with a blood clot, with deep vein thrombosis. So that's what I'll say to my mum. Alright, Mum? Just routine. I'm sure I'm fine. I can't really tell my mum anything until I know that I'm definitely okay, because I don't want to worry her. But I've already told her I've got doctor's appointments. Because that's why I'm still in Kent. Because yeah. Probably shouldn't have said that either. Yeah. Anyway, just routine, Mum. Just routine. If you've got deep vein thrombosis, they're just routine appointments. So I haven't lied to you, have I? Hey? So what I did do, while I was editing, while Emma and I were away in Wales, she was a little bit poorly on a couple of days. And didn't get any decent photos of both of us together. I mean, we rarely muck about like that anyway. So I needed to do a thumbnail for the Wales video. And I thought, something popped up on my editing suite, my editing software, and like I've got an editing suite. Yeah, it said something about using AI to adjust something, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll give it a go. So can you make a thumbnail for this? Oh, suggestions, yeah. Click on suggestions on YouTube, and it come up suggested thumbnails, but the AI did it. And I know there's all this stuff about AI being bad and all this stuff at the moment, but it's actually not very intelligent. I mean, I'm sure there is some super intelligent AI out there, but surely if it's got access to the internet, and I suppose different AIs have different security clearances, perhaps. I don't know. Anyway, I created a thumbnail. I created a thumbnail for the video, so it showed me, Emma, and Brian in the Welsh country, in the Brecon Beacons, and I thought, oh, quite like this. Maybe I'll change some of my other thumbnails, because I'm quite lazy when it comes to doing thumbnails, and I don't know if that's going to make my thumbnails a little bit clickbaity or not. Let me know what you think. But I've just gone through a few. I've been using it on a few just to see what sort of thumbnails it could come up with, just to make my thumbnails a little bit more vibrant and a little bit more eye-catching for, to draw new people in. I don't know. Is that like catfishing? Clickbait? Catfish? It's a bit similar, isn't it, I suppose? It's like me putting a photo up of... Well, it's not. I'm only... me putting a photo of me when I was 19 and going on a dating site, and then turning up with a grey beard and a bald head. Or getting there, look. But, yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Be quite interesting. See other people's views. I'm getting to that age now, and I've done quite a lot of good, in my opinion, and I just want to have a bloody rest now. And if AI helps, then what's the harm in that? It's hard to avoid it. I guess there should be some sort of regulations regarding AI. Some sort of rules put in place, but there's quite a lot of I noticed on Netflix there's these humanoid robots, AI robots that come and help out. There's quite a few films or series, and they're really good. I like that sort of stuff. But obviously they always, that something's gone wrong with their programming, and they're not supposed to harm human beings, but they end up protecting the family and killing anyone that tries to sell them a timeshare or something. Anyway, yeah, I was just looking at my YouTube, and yeah, that's the one. That's the thumbnail. It's got me and Emma, Wales Adventure, and the Brecon Beacons in the background. I think it's pretty cool. I've done a few others. Why am I showing you? You can have a look yourselves, couldn't you? Done a few others. I like this one, cooling off in the wrong pond. I've kept some of my original ones. I mean, what do you think? Do you think it's deceitful? I mean, I did go in a pond, and it was bloody filthy. Didn't look quite like that one. But, yeah. If I'd had someone else there with a camera, they could have, like a decent camera, they could have done better quality shots. So I don't think, it's just, yeah, a bit like a caricature, isn't it? I don't know. Anyway, it says on YouTube, I don't use AI in my videos at all. If you use AI in your videos, you have to tick a box when you upload stuff. Say you use AI and it puts a disclaimer, or not a disclaimer, but it puts what's the word they use? I won't know until I upload another video. But you have to mention it anyway, that AI has been used in this video. If you use AI to make it look like a scene that hasn't happened, so that scene did happen, like cooling off in the wrong pond, although the pond wasn't quite that filthy. Actually, it probably was, to be fair. Anyway, I'm waffling now, the rice must be done. But the gas blew out. Thought I could smell something. There we go. Rice is done. Is it overdone? Might not actually be done, actually. needs a little bit longer. Yeah, it needs a little bit longer because the gas blew out. That's the trouble. When I have it on very, very low, if there's a slight breeze, it can blow it out. To watch that sometimes. I usually do watch it because I'm not usually waffling to the camera. Yeah, so AI. Yeah, let me know your thoughts. Let's have a little look, shall we? I haven't changed all of them. I've kept some of my... So we've got Pembrokeshire to Haffron Forest. Let's see what it comes up with for this, shall we? There we go. It says get suggestions. It doesn't say anything about AI. It just says get suggestions for a thumbnail. So... But it does say right at the bottom, AI can make mistakes. You are responsible for the content that you publish. And then a learn more thing. So it takes its time, look. I'll check the rice while that's going on. It's pretty much done, to be fair. Anyway, leave that doing its thing. Should be nice and fluffy. That's it, water's gone. Getting a little sticky. Right, let's get a bowl out. Get a bowl out. Write the rice in. Okay, let's just shadow. Bit of water. Put that there out of the way. A little bit more chef's little helper. Nice amount of juice in there. Bit of water. And there you go, doesn't that look lovely? It's very colourful. Okay, let's see what AI has done for this, shall we? I want to eat my dinner, really. Oh, it's actually got me in it. There you go, Lost in Wales, question mark. It's not a bad thumbnail, is it? And that is me in a van. Gets my van wrong a lot sometimes. Split screen comparison. What's this one? That's alright. It's a different thumbnail, definitely me. That's me with a triple decker cheese sandwich, which is true. So those three thumbnails are pretty good. Yeah, I might use one of those. But it's using, most of the time, stuff off of my channel. But, and those three are actually okay. I could probably use all of those if I wanted to, depending on, you know. But yesterday, I was going through doing some, and it kept putting Margot as a white van. It made Margot as a Volkswagen. Made her as... The camouflage was completely wrong. Sometimes it was a white van with leaf design. And sometimes I was a woman. And I'm like, what? And I wasted quite a lot of time trying to get it to sort itself out and do a decent thumbnail. But it's quite enjoyable. Like, this gives me something to do. I quite enjoy doing the editing, and this is like a bit of a hobby for me, and I'm doing it, you know, to keep track of my journey. journey, and yeah, because it gives me something to do, you know. So I'm not completely bored stiff. Not that I am. I've got plenty to do most of the time, but yeah, it just gives me something to focus on, which is good. Anyway, let's have a look at this meal, shall we? There we go. Move that in a minute. Let's have a fork. Fucking hell. That's a knife. That'll be a fork. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Yeah, looks alright, doesn't it? Very simple. Similar to yesterday's meal, obviously, but like I say, just wanted to use stuff up. It is a different meal. Basically, it's a different meal. So, what's it taste like? And that that smoked tofu is always lovely just on its own. Let's try a bit of broccoli. Can't go wrong with paprika. I love paprika. What else is there? Mushroom. That's lovely. You got the broccoli stalk, which is a bit bitey, a bit crunchy. And the tofu, which you can just squash between your tongue and the roof of your mouth. Absolutely lovely. Mushrooms a bit bitey. And that's hot paprika, so it gives you a little bit of a kick. Not too much. And then that lovely juice from an empty ketchup bottle with a bit of tomato puree and some water. And the soy sauce. It's bloody marvellous. It's tasty. Oh yeah, it's tasty. It's liquidy, it's not watery. It is liquidy. But that's nice. I wanted it to be liquidy so that the tofu would soak up more of the flavour, which basically is just tomato sauce, garlic and paprika. Bloody lovely that. Well, there you go. Maybe leave some comments. If there's anything you'd like me to cook. Obviously I'm not cooking animal products. If there's a dish that you'd like me to veganize, or that you'd like to challenge me to make, then maybe leave an answer in the comments. I might not be able to make it from scratch, but I can have a go, and I'm sure pretty much any meal you can veganize. Not sure about oysters, but I mean, there's so much out there nowadays. I don't like all of it. the processed vegan food to make it taste like this, that or the other. But yeah, you can always make a version that is as satisfying, if not more satisfying. And what I've found is when you eat animal products, you don't necessarily realise it, but all the fat tends to coat all your taste buds. The animal fats. And when you cook a vegan meal, all of a sudden you can taste all these different flavours, and it's just, oh my goodness, much nicer. Pizzas at first, when I first tried making pizza, we made pizzas without any cheese, and actually I really enjoyed them. And then when some decent vegan cheese started coming in, I started adding that. It wasn't that decent back then. And you know, when you got cheese, you just put loads of cheese on, extra cheese. It doesn't work. With the vegan cheese back then, a little bit was okay, but I think back then I preferred just pizzas without cheese. And nowadays, yeah, the vegan cheese has come on in leaps and bounds. Anyway, I'm going to smash this. And I'll see you in the next video, I guess. Bye bye for now, my lovelies. Bye bye for now, my darlings. Love and light. Bye bye.